Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We're gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up tonight. We're gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We're gonna light it up.
Okay. Of course, you don't keep my settings. Gee.
Just like the street lights lit this town.
How's everyone's evening been doing? Alrighty then. Oh, we're in space. Or on a dead planet now. Look at that. I don't know what's going on anymore. I never did. Never do. Anyways. So we get going. And stuff like that. I could never remember what I've been doing anymore. Hopefully your night, morning, whatever, been doing good. Hey there, Inbucks. How you doing? How ya doing? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that this mouse has a. You should program that button for something. Huh, that's funny. My bot thinks you're new here. Probably because of the changes I've done to it. Whatever. So yeah, how you been, Inbucks? Hopefully your day's been going pretty good so far. So without body, a form of being with which we are not totally unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state, when reciting it in the first. The this is rather more dire than that. It's true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Doing good. Thanks for the invitation earlier. I haven't seen that feature so far. Yeah, that the feature that's been around for like a month and a half now, 2 months. And I just now got around to be like, okay, I guess it's just send out invites to share the band information. So, so you are one of them. Miwa is another one. Goldie Art is another. Who was the last one? I need to go check now. Oh, Sleazy. Sleazy was the other one. Because I'll send a few more. Bring back up my stream manager again. Oh, great. I mean, it's a good idea to share this in case of, I don't know, hate rates or spam bots or whatever. That's exactly what it's meant for. It's meant for like those hate rates and spam bots and the stuff like that. Regardless, in sacrifice, he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it and ascend the nature of this realm, that we might confront and defeat Victoron. Sign, Ichigo. Will you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhaps they can enlighten us. I will ask the rest of you to survey the surroundings. If there is a path that may lead us to a quarry, we must find it. Very well. We can reconvene here when everyone has finished. Everyone said the dragons are shadows and are shadow and shade from a world whose distance sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be memorable to company, let alone conversation. So please be careful. Let's play up and gather what knowledge we may. Visitor, not of the star, to thy slender hands bring plague to our world. They breathe extinguish life. They breath extinguish life, viable flames. Oh, how we would adore thee, alas. With time, our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for inex, its inexorable march onto oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bet thee leave us. We crave not championship, only silence. Beyond that distant fell, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strengths embodied, strengths embodied. We knew only love before they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bounds of blood did they share, nor offense did they have to guide them. The crushing defeat never had known such shame. Still now are the winds. So none could fill his wings, burdened by inwardly. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Hello? Why are you being weird? Hey Mew, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the bot reset after the last update. All right. So so go check out Mew. So go check out books. And also check out Songbirds Final Fantasy 14. No problem. I don't know about you, but my tab completion has not been working lately. And everything just seems to be kind of weird for me right now. Don't know why. Figure it out later. Hey, HX, and how you doing? Welcome, welcome in. Thought would has bid me speak. Huh, folly. I observed the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor war. Only watch and wait and end. Having fun? Always having fun. What about you? XN? I observed the lesson of stone. I'll worry about that. But, but one sight yet strengthens my blood. Tempest me to raise my voice and lamentation. Um, Nolan, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such strategy. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain. Hope I get a lot of stuff done. Knowing me, I probably would not get anything done. I'm working right now. Let's give me a tap. Hey, no problem. Thanks for giving a tab open for me. Speaking about tab, let me open this up. At least I know that I could do that tab completion here. Go ahead and pop up. Nope, can't do it and pop up. You only do it in here. Finally, I just got the message that my PC would be sent back to me soon. Yay! You're finally gonna get your PC back. If only... Oops. Wrong one. If only they sent it back a lot sooner, right? I have to go down, so down here. There you are. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. Honestly, they just had it for 2 days. They were fast. The delivery wasn't. Tell them to use faster delivery. Problem solved. Hey, at least now you'll be able to go back to traditional drawing again. Although your traditional drawing is just as good. It's a hatching ground, or was. I've seen similar on Earth. I'm just gonna call it Earth again. Medicus or Skyne must once have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Berta said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe the eggs have more to tell of what happened here. There's a lot. I like drawing traditionally, but my other projects have suffered from that. Oh, I bet. Inside the scattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse exists as it failed to emerge. The mercury liquid has put inside this eggshell. The northwest porter is intensive of contamination. Well, we're on a planet that's basically destroyed. There's technically no even air here, but because of Thanquist sacrificing himself, we somehow now have like magical breathing properties that allows us to breathe on this into the atmosphere. Somehow. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the fish's mirror, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. This egg appears to have broken from the inside out. Perhaps a dragnet within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. If the dragnet was indeed hatched, there's no signs of it here, or its sire, for that matter. You should look for them. You started with the cliff tops. I'll search the plains. Really? You're not gonna let me jump over it? Better than falling in? Hey, I'd rather fall in than be limited. The forces howling hath been quieted by thy hand, I presume. Is everything alright? I thought I heard a dragon, or something resembling one. I see what's happening. What happened here? Was that your child? Perhaps some eggs within Pabno are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast has slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and wakor, we gave answers. It's a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Until chaos and destruction swept over the stars. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Oh, I guess Natsu's here. Hey, Natsu, thanks for lurking over. Yeah, when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for Rex. I can't read today. Apparently, we were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild, a futile effort. In purest soil, repent with aether that we once cultivate our nesting grounds. But our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survived to hatch emerge. What few survive to hatch emerge has abomination. We shall have no new progeny. But what are dragons among you capable of turning to other stars? But there are dragons among you capable of turning to other stars. There are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons is side contest for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. It's a curse. It's a curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We retire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed? But there is another star. How am I too far away? They want only to broaden silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand and wish that I did not. What fools we are. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others we want to hear. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. I don't feel like going. I don't feel like walking all the way back over there. Were you able to establish a meaningful contact with the dragons? I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Ichigo, as a sign. As for our part, I believe we are more accurately aware of our confines than before. We started by dispersing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, and so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to charge its integrity. But it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside the space is as it appears. This is why I returned to the Reckonarch. You gonna go for a bit? Alright, in books. Thanks for swinging by. Happy Larky. And asked the Leperoids to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding areas. Until we know more, I think it's too risky to attempt flying to another island. But Midron told us before that emotions dictate reality here. Might be the key. But I'm not entirely sure what emotions might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. So what you're saying is we're no way forward. We've no way forward. At present, hi. If it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Midrons, but the dragons that hold us here. They tire of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on this island to advance. The sound theory, disheartening though it may be. In that case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be pursued to help us, persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife. Without infruitable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe to be. Aspiration is not the answer. Midora meant to unmake us then and there on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She con she conceded it was strong enough to overpower the desire that otherwise rules Ultima Thura and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in like manner, by overpowering the prevailing emotions. This Ultima Thura architect, measuring herself against whom Thancred did pit himself in clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them as such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair, far more poignant than most. Poignant enough, mayhap, to take the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen, their tone and temper alone, threatening to wring my heart and thine. Balancing his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my future rhetorical effort be not against a qualified heart, but perhaps one of you will fit better. Ugh. Now, Sakaiti, An, they call him, and the dragon, tongue. Thus wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what have you lose? Let's get going. All right, before I make my way over there, I am going to take a small little break. You know, I just started like maybe like a half hour ago. Something like that. But I didn't need to hit the restroom fast and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Hmm. Yeah, I'm having problems with my little port draw. There's so many problems happening. Ugh. You know, it's not a scuff stream without something having problems. Ugh, I'll figure it all out after my weekend. I really don't care right now. Okay. Let's continue on, shall we? So now we're gonna go and talk to this one dragon. So we could get him to change his mind about the world. Try to tell him that everything is. Try to tell him that everything has sunshine and rainbows.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this. So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Our pride is crushed, and our souls corrupted. The winds are still, and the heavens offer no comfort. There's nothing left of our kind. Our long lives a curse. We await the end. The soon we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Again, on another star. Yet, upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they thrown into discord war or on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It matters not whether we fly. Ever will a sunken ocean await us. Even will a reputation well turn. And so, on the loss of my pride as a dragon, break free of this will. Or renounce conflict, exile myself from the others, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No. You must be willing to confront it. To stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Estinian!
Stay back!
We tired of war. We tired of tomorrow. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
I see. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
No! Not Estinian too!
There's a wind. He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Sorry, I'm checking something. Whatever. Anyways. Let's get going, shall we? Look there, the wind. There's a science doing. I'm sure of it. We should ride this flow and see where it leads. If I ever kill, deliver you to another island. The Xeon should be arriving before long. He did it. He found a way forward for us. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, laminating the horrors of war. Yet Hellstein knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting. And he's still fighting Alphanode. Just like Thinkrate. Their sacrifices are why we can survive her. Why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair. And we mustn't either. Allison is right. We must press forward for their sake. As Yosala and Alice said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings? Perhaps it is the memory of an altogether different world. This it would be brilliant to learn more of it. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing in the sand. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded on in its surface, this would appear as ordinary stone. The curious script hath been touched upon thee. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I cannot say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserved their knowledge in song and its truths, the written word entirely. So we may assume this is the work of another race, which we have yet to encounter. Miron claimed the dragons would suffer a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not death, when its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? No, sir. It's hard to make out at this distance, but it's suffice to say, it suffice seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go have a look. Come on. Oh, I didn't even realize that there was a monster there. Hell, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed, it is. Ah, forgive me. I've forgotten. An exchange of introduction is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. When the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention, I believe it was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. So it is not entirely applicable given our present state. You are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my indivisible person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofa Koji. Yep, Kota Koji of the L. We have encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thoughts, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are having this conversation via the medium of aether. or Demonus, as the space is sufficed with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then. That is well. That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourself, we are aether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are comparable biologically composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perspective of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. That's a lot, isn't it? Oh, my apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. So we dispensed with our corporal vessels long ago. We discovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavored to recreate our adverse forms. However, our pertinent records has been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for the sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal form? Why? To bring an end to our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong a word. It would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric extinguishers, but such a death seems inaccurate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficient exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. Yes, the abode of the era, where the traditionalists prepare for our demise. Man, this storyline is just getting more and more depressing. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tactic approval of our plans. In which case, your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the ill wandering the desert. The desire for bodies of flesh to be described as overzealous. Now, if you follow me. This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we find no answer dallying here. Let us be on our way. You can wait for a moment. You're a little bit further away than I thought. Welcome to our dobe. Most of our compers you will find remain idle in their domiciles, though through your occasional expression indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline construct hanging from the stone structure there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? And that's a question, and understandable, given your vital nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was presented for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they will not object to you. They will not object where you disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystallized domicile to communicate. All right, now I'm gonna go touch this big huge crystal over here. You get thoughts towards a crystal, but there is no response. You wish to speak? Free will. For a moment, if you would. Why? Why you seek our end? You asked. If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment. I must remember. What form did I take when last I emerged? Ugh. Strange morning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. He just wants to sleep. Let him sleep. Oh, hey, pool. Their inquirers, yeah, satisfaction response. I see. If they fail to answer, then it's likely because their minds have run unfilled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated aether now. Worry not. There are no others who have need of those lodgings and would not prove an hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for our audience, yes? And imagine we will. I mentioned they would be with us here long. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Very few have broken. Ah, there they are. May I introduce you to Laka Duck and It has been too long, quoth Cock. I dare say, said, said forth, since completed in orbit. Completed in orbit. Indeed. When the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unrefined some had become. Travelers? Oh, of course, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems. But my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific observation. Right. Objectivity. Thus that I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one who struggled to tell who is speaking? Thou art not. In the absence of corporal form, and the beverage they afford may have such similarities and foils is unavoidable. By the way, Corporate Cock, have you already observed the requisite custom for travelers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests in matter of proper form? Oh yes, long as it's been, it had completely escaped my mind. Instead does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither did I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now. The archives has long been frozen. Lest we subject ourselves to further dollars. Surely you recall that much. Ah, of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh, such as they, must regularly replenish their aether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate on friendly intention. That's right, that's right. We truly invite you to join us in Communal Respite. After which remain engaged in literary conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the pure aether. That's fine, I have my own food. This faculty is where we replenish our aether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you would like to take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with Blur's aether. Please serve as much as you like. Is this safe? Like, are you sure this is safe to do? We're not doing like a ritual, are you? You brace yourself for a rush of sweet aether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just as expected, as meticulous as one might recreate the era's homeworld. One cannot simply generate aether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact. To the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amaranth. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So, do you have your fill of ether? Alas, we can absorb it. A physically in our form, it would seem. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Through your mouth, you say. How very primitive and what? You think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in substance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. So we regrettably could not partake in your magnificent feast. Rest assured, we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of accurating ourselves with your sophistic ways, however, we cannot fail to wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh? And thanks to finish. We will you not favor us with explanation? You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the earth possessed corporal bodies, our ancestors dictated themselves to the purest of knowledge and technological technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believe we would eliminate sorrow and embed in true happiness. From the tangible such as land to the intangible such as labor, there exists myriad hindrances to progress. But the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespans was distastefully marveling, you see. Too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discover how they become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Let's change. We had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to making even ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitation. until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all exact phenomena, and thus predict the future. If we could but archive this, we believe that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answer you sought? Yes, we did. However, we failed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truths is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you learn more, we shall share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed in corporal form. Their lives regularly ended. As those who have gone before, it is not our duty to warn them. What thinkest thou? We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truths we discovered, the truths of the universe. Because at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the bow, a place called Ekla. A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let's learn what has led such an enlightened people to the insolent land. Alright. I think I am going to end it here, mainly because there's doing some weird shit. I'm just reading something. Anyways, yeah, my computer is being wonky and whatnot. I'll figure out what's going on, and hopefully I'll have a much longer stream next time. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to call it good. Because, like I said, my computer's being weird, and I don't like doing things when my computer's being weird. And everything's just being weird. And everything's just being weird. And everything's just being weird. Anyways. For now, let's find you a new place to go, shall we? Ay, 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 ay. Who's on? Yeah, sure. Let's raid him. All right. So thank you for coming by, hanging out, even though it's a short stream. Because my computer wants to be stupid. What do you expect? Sometimes. For I know, it could just be Twitch being stupid as well. For I know. I'm pretty sure something to do with the computer. Pretty sure this needs to be like restarted, or maybe there's an update or something that needs to be done. But in either case, once again, thanks for hanging out with me. See you again next time. Peace out.